All right, here we go. Going through the portal, going through the Stargate once again with your buddy, your good friend, Skull Babylon, and this is like a dream log and admin video log for ParadigmShiftCentral.com at the same time. And not going to spend too much time for this because I got my dog right here next to me, and he's waiting for me to say the magic word to go for a WALK, but gonna do that shortly. But before I do that, I just wanted to first of all, Happy New Year to everybody. Of course, 2014, Year of the Horse. Unless I'm mistaken, somebody mentioned that to me during New Year's Eve, and we were in like the were we in the Year of the Serpent? I think we were. We were in like the 13th zodiac year. Yeah, I forget. But anyways, the point is, horses like run and have a lot of potential and can really carry a lot of momentum behind them. So I think that is like a really what we are doing here with 2014 is we are continuing the momentum that we have been building up for these past several years. I mean, 2012 is behind us. The future is what lies ahead, and a lot more people are waking up to just the idea that there's more to this reality than what meets the eyes. Transformer style. So in terms of my dream log, I just want to share that real quick, and because there was an interesting thing that came up in my dream last night, and I think it's kind of symbolic, kind of metaphorical, and it was really interesting. It kind of stood out. And other than that, I was just going to mention a few updates with Paradigm Shift Central. A couple things like in terms of a new monthly supporter option that I added to the website, and also some projects that I want to explain that I'd like to be able to get into by 2014 as we move through it. So within my dream, let me just check my notepad, my dream journal, and of course, if you aren't writing down your dreams, like that's an incredibly effective tool. People who say they don't remember their dreams, or people who say they don't dream, are just people who don't remember your dreams. You're always dreaming. It's just a matter of whether or not you're remembering them. Writing them down is like such an easy, not an easy, but it's such a fundamental key to develop consistency to be able to remember your dreams. So my dreams I've been remembering them more and more lately, and that's been changing some stuff within my own path and everything. But within the dream well, a couple nights ago, I had a dream with Keanu Reeves in it, which I'll just mention real quick, which is kind of cool. We were just like hanging out. It was like, yeah, like he's Canadian, I'm Canadian, and we were just like talking and stuff like that. And I still want to see his new movie, 47 Ronin, which I'll get to at some point. But yeah. So basically, I didn't even write too much down for my dream last night, but there was one part that really stood out, and what it was me in a spaceship going up into space with a bunch of people. There's like a dozen of us or maybe more or whatever, and we were in a spaceship and we were like going up into space, but somebody else was driving it. And like what happened, this is like I'm just telling you what happened in the dream, and also to help me sort of bring back ideas. But like as we were going up into space, the person who was controlling it, they like put like too much tilt on like the upflow of it, and then like they sort of tilted back, and then the ship like actually flipped, and then it sort of like fell out of control, and then it like started falling, but then they like regained control, and we had to like come back and land on the ground, and then like everybody was safe and everybody was okay and everything like that. And then and then I went over and I talked to the person, and it was this girl who was the pilot, and I said to them, I said, like I just like thank you so much for being able to do what you did there to keep us safe, to keep us like to get us back on the ground so that we can continue to try again to go back up into space, because it's not like what I sort of got out of this as like a metaphor, as like the symbolism within the dreams, because again, that's how dreams work. They are the universe communicating to us through the language of symbols. And when you sort of think about this, like, it's sort of this idea that, like, yes, we're trying to, like, shoot off into space, but sometimes if we, like, shoot off, like, too fast and too hard, we're going to, like, flip ourselves out of control. And then if we're not ready for that, we're going to, like, crash right back down into Earth. And we're going to not be able to try again because we'll be, like, in a catastrophic situation. But with this, I was like saying to the girl, I was like, I just really want to say, like, thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing what you needed to do to get us back down and safe. And like, don't worry, like we can do it again. Like it's not the end of the world. Like I know we really wanted to go up into space that time, but there's going to be another chance. And the important thing is that like we're still here, we're still safe. And so I think that is kind of like a metaphor even the whole idea of like fear, you know, fear is like an acronym for false expectations appearing real. When we sort of have like that huge goal of just like shooting off and like, you know, oftentimes or very rarely will it actually be exactly what we expect it to be. The universe will sort of transform what the situation will be in order to give us the most beneficial experience out of it, even if that experience is not necessarily one that we asked for, in the sense that it might be one that's like more challenging, more difficult, one that involves like more adapting, more like second guessing, more reflecting, more like adjustments of the plans. But through those adjustments, by the time we do get to it, by the time we like do get to what our aspired goal may be, and maybe our goal changes as we continue the mission. You know, that's another thing. When you sort of don't get what you want the first time, it sort of gives you a chance to reflect and be like, well, wait a second, like, is that really what I wanted? Like, do I really need that? Do I really want that? Like, maybe I want something different. So the universe, again, the universe is very, very intelligent in the way that it teaches us these lessons, and just being able to reflect on that in the sense that, you know, like there's nothing that comes into our path that is not a part of our higher growth, especially including the difficult stuff, the stuff where we're being challenged, where we're going through like that self-reflection and everything like that. So yeah, and then in the other part of my dream, the only other part I remember was, it was really cool. I think I was at like another festival, and there was like a flow. There was like a big field with like people doing a lot of like flow arts and listening to like a bunch of like awesome like psychedelic music and stuff like that. But and I think I was like babysitting some kid. Yeah, there was a kid who was like going around me through the festival, so I was like showing him stuff. I was like, yo, you gotta check this out. Like, this is awesome. This is what people are doing. Like, this is how we have fun and everything like that. So I thought that, you know, that was kind of like symbolic and stuff in itself. But anyways, I know I've had like a bunch of other dreams, but I mean, nothing. I just felt that one was one that I wanted to share. I just thought it was an interesting story, you know, blasting up into space and then sort of having to readjust when sort of like things sort of malfunction, and then sort of coming back down and then preparing ourselves to be able to do it again, but not being in a rush to do so. Like everything. Divine timing. The universe is incredibly amazing when it does this. You know, the right things will come into our path. The right people will come into our path when the time is right for us. You know, like when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, sort of thing. Like when we are ready, the lessons will come. And sometimes when we're not ready, or we think we're not ready, the lessons will come, and then we realize that like, are we ready? And then we may not always pass that test, but just because we don't pass it doesn't mean that we failed it. It just means that like we have another opportunity to like reflect and be like, you know, what am I not doing appropriately? Like maybe there's something I can do differently. Like maybe there's another way I can approach this problem solving. Because I mean, you know, it's all just problem solving. Like being like a filmmaker, being an editor, like it's a huge way. Like when you have like a huge editing thing in front of you with like hundreds of hours, it's problem solving. It's like crystallizing. It's like breaking it down, and as you do it, it begins to reveal itself right in front of you over time. And knowing that the solution is already there in the first place is a big part of being able to get there. So will we get into space metaphorically? Absolutely. I mean, again, understanding that we are already there. We are already in space, and again, like, you know, like space, like literally metaphorically, like it's just a story that we can use to sort of inspire ourselves to say that we are going towards amazing things in this future. And like 2014, like, you know, a couple of years ago, 2014 seemed like it was such a far way away, and now here we are. So the question is, what are we going to do with it? So in terms of the stuff that I would like to be able to do with it, again, just going through the website, let me just bring up a screen share of the website here just to sort of show you guys some recent, or just like show you what it looks like if you haven't been to it in a while, maybe. Is this going to work? There it is. Okay. So yeah, so again, like here's the website, paradigmshiftcentral.com, and like paradigmshiftcentral.com, as I explained at the top, is a portal for conscious media and global community growth. So I mean, you got all the stuff there. Like again, a lot of people are pretty familiar with this at this point. I don't know why my screen's so small like that. I apologize, because it's got the second monitor or something. Anyways, I just want to remind you guys to definitely check out the stuff with the video inspiration station. So it's on the front page, but it also has like a page on its own. And just check out like all the stuff that is being contributed by amazing people in the community, and definitely like check it out, support it, share it, sort of thing. And then of course we got the radio show. Also reminding you that yeah, the next radio show we have Joyous Presence on, and talking about transcendental illumination education. I think it's a the title we're going with. And timelesslearning.com is his website. But yeah, if you haven't listened to the past episode, go listen to that, and also be sure to share it. That's a huge part of this. That's an interesting thing. I mean, just kind of like from an admin perspective, like the radio show is not like super popular in comparison to like viral cat videos on the internet. It's a very particular medium, but it's also very effective. And I think the more that we introduce people to it, the more that we remind people that it exists, the more that they'll return to it, and the more that they'll want to get involved with it, because it is about a community platform for any of us to share our voice. So anyways, this is just parts of the website. But yeah, up here, I added the option to allow people to become monthly supporters for the website, and right now it's just like minimum would just be like $4 a month. So I mean, like $1 a week. Like, what are you spending $1 a week on, sort of thing, that you could perhaps like be using it to cast a vote to support something that you're passionate about, something that you love, and that does help a lot. It helps with like the $76 monthly cost that it has for Blog Talk Radio, for the website, for the live chat as well, and also that funding is helping me justify being able to invest more of the time that I want to be able to invest to be able to help create the future projects that I have envisioned for the Paradigm Shift community. One of those projects in particular is the Paradigm Shift Destiny School. A lot of you may have seen that this is something that like went up like several months ago actually, but it hasn't really been implemented. It's just sitting there, and part of the reason is because I'm not fully going to launch it until I can like properly be able to justify being able to launch it. And a big part of that is based on the support that we as a community are generating. So I mean, if a few people, like a handful of people, are donating $5 or $4 a month, or maybe even $8 or $12 or $20, like the choice is up to them, it helps an incredible amount with what I can justify investing into this project in terms of just like the transmutation of energy, in the terms of what I require in order to be able to sustain myself, in order to be able to just like maintain my livelihood as an artist. Because I think this is, I put up a post about this all last week. You know, like society sort of says that based on what I'm doing, I'm not succeeding because like there isn't this financial gain sort of thing. But it's this interesting balance between like finding spiritual balance in a financial world, and that's something that I think as a community, it's something that we have to approach together. I mean, a lot of you know, like this is a project that I began like 5 years ago, and I have the training, like all this, like I went to school for media production. Like I'm you know, I use the term like techno ninja because like seriously, like I know how to operate a computer, and I know how to like do things efficiently so that other people don't necessarily like have to worry about it in the same sense. You know, like it'd be hard for me to just be like, oh hey, you know, so and so, can you just like take care of the radio show and upload it and like repost it and do all this and update the website, like just because I'm going away for a little bit. It would take me like quite a while to like teach that person like how to do that. So the fact that I'm able to, the fact that I'm already conditioned, the fact that those patterns are there, like it's easier for me to just like keep doing it, keep pushing those boxes like Legend of Zelda style, and in order to just be able to get like further through the dungeon, eventually get through to the boss battle and acquire new hearts and level up, and you know, find like all of the items and allow all of us to become the heroes of time, like, which is really like what this is about. And of course, like being able to get this project out to more people, which is why just reminding you guys, like this project, like this platform through the website, like even if people go to the website and if they just watch the one video, The Awakening Within the Matrix, in 5 minutes, like I think that in itself is potent enough to plant that seed, to get them interested, to get them want to start looking more, to get them inspired to get involved, sort of thing. So yeah, that's part of it. So the Paradigm Shift Destiny School is something that I really want to be able to invest more time into. And what it will be, it will be these ongoing collective community video classes through Google Hangout, much like what this is right now. I mean, I'm just recording this just with myself because it's easy to do so. But having more people involved in an online class, and as myself, I would be like one of the people helping moderate it, but going into each week with a specific topic and keeping the classes within like an hour. So it's quite a simple idea. Like we would have like a curriculum of like, say, like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, or class 1, class 2, because it wouldn't necessarily be every week. It might be like every 3 weeks or something that we do a class, but putting forth the subject ahead of time, which you can see this is where it's different from Paradigm Shift Radio, and encouraging people to like prepare their research, prepare information that they can share as part of the class, with the objective being that by the time we record a 1 hour class session about a specific topic, we'll be able to like reshare that to share with people, to say like, you know, like, hey, are you interested in learning about like chakras? Check out this class. Are you interested in learning about lucid dreaming? Check out this class. Are you interested in learning about like specifically like crystals or like cymatics, vibrations, like dimensions, like UFOs? Like, you can see the topics are pretty much endless. Any of the topics are like the paradigm shifty topics that we're always having a lot of fun talking about to begin with. So that in itself, I want to be able to promote that. I want to be able to like create a foundation for that. I want to be able to invite more people to get involved, because again, like that's what this whole project is about. I do what I do because I want to be able to create a platform for other people to be inspired to do what they do, to be inspired to want to do more of what they do. And just with another reminder, with the Video Inspiration Station, the community videos that I was just pointing to earlier, just reminding people that we are always looking for more people to like share their video content. So even if you have videos that you've made from a while ago, and if they are videos that in some way are meant to inspire, if they are meant to educate, if they are you just simply sharing your vision, if they are you putting your voice out, because I mean, what you might maybe not think is inspiring, another person may find incredibly inspiring if you're there on camera putting out your heart onto the internet to share with people. And we want more people to be able to have access to this platform through this project, to be able to share their content with a global audience, which I think is already happening. And we've already had over 100 video submissions through the Inspiration Station. So go to the main website and check those out if you haven't yet, or maybe if you're new to the project, like scroll back in time, go through the archive, and you can find them all there through the paradigmshiftcentral.com/is. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of exciting stuff. And in terms of like the other projects that I want to get more involved with, there's like other video things that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to work on them with a couple of my friends. I'm not really going to get into that just yet. But also like the buttons, I want to be able to like get more of the buttons out. Creating the buttons like does take time and everything like that, but I mean, like when people are ordering buttons, it helps with that. So if you want to order buttons, of course, that's one way you can support the project. And of course, being able to start putting some stuff off to the side for the Journey to Lucidity movie. And the DVD, so far as of this video, 3 people have ordered this on DVD, so big thank you to those 3 people, and to the people who will order this in the future as well. This is a tool, like this is, I don't want to spend too much time talking about it because I know I've done it before, but like having this video is like a tool to add to like your repertoire of things that you can use to help shift consciousness where you are. So I mean, if you're interested in this stuff and you want to get some of your friends interested in this stuff, or if you have like family and loved ones who are you just want to engage with conversation and just be like, you know, like I don't want to talk about football anymore, like I don't want to talk about like just like mundane stuff, like let's talk about things that are more interesting and passionate and more relative to this life experience. So I mean, sharing a movie like The Journey to Lucidity is a great way to initiate and spark that conversation and to connect with those people who are near you. So ordering a copy of that can be done through the main website and everything. And yeah, like doing that is helping raise funds to get me back out to California so that I can make the sequel, so that we can share that online for free. Because again, like I want to be able to keep this stuff online for free for everyone who is there, because I don't want people to have to pay money to get something specifically through the website. Though I will say that through the monthly supporter thing, that's what I want to ask you guys, the community. We, the community, I put up a post about this on my Facebook page this morning, just asking for the people who sign up as monthly supporters, even if it's $4 a month or $8 a month or whatever, I'm asking you, what is something that I can give to you as an exclusive bonus content, as an incentive? Or my other question is, do you feel that you need an incentive? Is the fact that the radio show is produced weekly, is the fact that the website is maintained, is the fact that I've already released like 3 full-length movies online, plus over like 200 videos and et cetera, and putting a lot of time into this, like, is that enough? Like, do you want anything extra, or do you feel that like you're already getting more than what you can ask for, sort of thing? So again, like I'm asking you guys, what is something that you feel that I could provide the monthly supporters with as an exclusive aspect for saying thank you to their supporters? Because I would like to be able to do something. So again, I'm just looking for thoughts and feedback to be able to do that. And I got a few ideas. I mean, even the idea going back to audiobooks, like taking the time, you know, for me to like read audiobooks. Like one of the ideas was to read like The Alchemist. Which is floating around in my room somewhere, but The Alchemist is an incredibly, very, very potent book. A lot of symbolism there, all about the language of the universe and personal legends. Very, very well-known book. So doing something like that, like recording that, because the reason why I just haven't done that yet is because I'm not entirely sure if the interest is there. Like I think if the funds are there, then I'll be able to create it, and then it will be able to reciprocate itself and everything. But you guys tell me, would you want to do that? Would you be willing to support the project monthly and then in turn get access to like free audiobook recordings that I would do like on my spare time? So because I mean, a lot of this stuff, like it is like stuff that I do, you know, I'm never like not working sort of thing on this, but you know, work is kind of not always like the right way of putting it. So I mean, like instead of just doing nothing, I would spend that time recording the audiobook to be able to share for you guys, because I know that like personally I think a lot of people would be pretty interested in being able to hear with that. Like obviously the voice, like the throat chakra, is one of my gifts. Is something that I've come into this world like with as like something that I want to be able to use, and you know, a lot of people say like I'm a good speaker and everything like that. So if that's something that I can continue to share, then I think that's really cool, and I'd be more than happy to be able to do it. So I think that's about it. I'll wrap up this video just reminding everybody, get involved with the next episodes of Paradigm Shift, and of course please help continue to share the episodes. I feel that there's still like a lot more that we can do in terms of sharing the episodes, and my observation of that is even just through like the Paradigm Shift Radio page on Facebook. When I post up an episode, like it tells me how many people will share the link directly through there, and I'm not saying nobody's sharing the link, but it would just be more, it would expand the reach, because my reach individually can only go so far. When you send out the episode, it expands, you know, it just like branches even further. And if our goal is to reach more people, if our goal is to inspire more people, then you can assist with that directly through sharing the episode. And if you click the share button through the Facebook page, and it just notifies me that you've done that. And yeah, like it definitely just adds up. And of course it's not all about the numbers and anything like that. Like the impact is far more real than simply what is shown through numbers on the internet alone. So a huge thank you to everybody who is helping, who is interested, who is involved with this project, and who is doing what they are doing where they are. Because I mean, if I would love to hear like more of what people are doing where they are, to be able to assist in the awakening of consciousness, and also how their own path is going and everything like that. So it's this really interesting balance, you know, like that we're all sort of coming into, is being able to like balance the self, and then to be able to like take the strength, like the patience, the gentleness, the confidence, the key word really being confidence, that comes out of that, and then like taking that out into our community to be able to like connect with others, and then you know, ripples, it's organic at that point. So a lot has happened, definitely within the last 5 years, and definitely looking forward to 2014. I know there's a lot of potential for what there is within our grasp right now. So looking forward to really making the most of it as a community. So cool. Again, let me know any suggestions, things that you might maybe want to see happening through this project. Suggestions on things that I can help provide you guys, that I can provide. You know, how can I be of service to you is what I'm asking, because that is what I'm here to do. So I think we'll end it there. And again, just reminding you, write down your dreams. If you want to share a dream journal, definitely create a video dream log, and let us know. Send me a link through Facebook, and we can get you hooked up so that you can share it through the Paradigm Shift Central website. And if you have any other videos, I'd love to be able to share that too. And stay tuned. Looking forward to another episode of Paradigm Shift Radio. It's always a good time, and this adventure wouldn't nearly be as fun if it wasn't for all of you awesome people taking part in it as well. So thanks for creating the shared dream experience, as always. Skull Babylon, Brennan, Wolf Shield, Colton, Techno Ninja, 1337th Division, coming to you live from the future. Till next time, peace, one love. Cheers.